Howdy everyone, welcome back to the channel. Good to see you again, good to have you here again. Okay, I'm just going to show a very small, tiny batch of records here because I've accumulated these the last couple of weeks and I just haven't shown them yet, so I just thought it'd be cool to show these records. So let's get started on this little vinyl quickie. This is from Porcupine Tree. It's a live record of Porcupine Tree live from the House of Blues in Los Angeles. And this is a great live record. Recorded in July of 2003. And at the time, Porcupine Tree was doing a tour with Opeth. And both bands would take turns being the headliner. And this particular night, Porcupine Tree was the opener, Opeth being the headliner, playing at the House of Blues in LA. So this is a recording of the whole show minus one song, which I believe was Trains, which they didn't include on the set, which I wish they had, because that song sounds great live, Trains. But the songs that they do have on here are so good. Darkest Eyes, She's Moved On, Gravity Eyelids, Futile, Even Less, Slave Called Shiver, Waiting, Hate Song, Russia on Ice, Moon Touches Your Shoulder, Strip the Soul, Wedding Nails. Really good collection of Porcupine Tree songs done live. Pro recording, multi-track recording. And sounds good. Sounds really good. And the inner sleeves look really nice. Some live photos from the event on the inner sleeve, and it's on blue vinyl, which looks really good. Look at that. Real nice to add to the Porcupine Tree collection. It's always nice to have some new Porcupine Tree record, since there are very few out there. I mean, my Porcupine Tree collection is not complete by any means. I think I'm missing a few of their albums, a couple of their albums. But the albums I was interested in I got, and that's quite a bit actually. And this live record is during a period of Porcupine Tree where I was just obsessed with them. Absolutely obsessed with their music at this point. And this live record is it represents a good era of Porcupine Tree that I was really into. And during the In Absentia album and tour is where I believe this covers. So damn good live album, recorded really well and mixed really well. So multi-track live recording of a whole show, and it sounds really, like I said, it sounds fantastic. The band sounds so tight. Porcupine Tree was going really strong at this time. At least it sounds that way anyway. And such a cool record to have. So Porcupine Tree live, House of Blues, Los Angeles. Such a good live record. I know there's a lot of Porcupine Tree fans out there in the VC. Grab this. You gotta order it online through their website, but it's great to have that. Great to have that. Another one of my musical heroes is Phil Collins, and I grabbed a record of his I didn't need. It's the 40th anniversary pressing of Face Value, and there's the back of it. This is on a picture disc, as you can see here, picture disc, and basically it's the remastered version of Face Value that came out a few years ago, just to commemorate 40th anniversary of the record. They put it on this picture disc, and it sounds really good considering it's a picture disc. Of course, I have a copy of this on vinyl already, a great used copy, and I have the whole box set of his albums remastered on vinyl, and this is of course included in that collection. But I just bought this since I'm a big Phil Collins fan, a big fan of this album, and a big vinyl collector, so it was a no-brainer to pick this up, more or less. And it has the original gatefold with all the pictures and credits on it, so I really like this gatefold, actually. I always have, and His second solo album has a similar style of gatefold. And yeah, so this was a cool thing to get. This is a really good album. There's a lot of variety of different types of music on this album. Of course, In the Air Tonight is the big famous song on it. But besides that, you know, there's a remake of a Genesis song, Behind the Lines. Roof is Leaking is a really good song. So is Droned and the instrumental Hand in Hand. I Missed Again is a great pop song. It was also another single from this album. Thunder and Lightning always sounded great. You know, there's like Beatles cover on here, Tomorrow Never Knows. A great ballad, If Leaving Me Is Easy. And some other good songs as well. It's a great collection. I'm really glad to have this anniversary pressing of it. I don't know how often I'll go to it to listen to, because spinning the black vinyl actually sounds better than this. Because it's a picture disc. We all know how a picture disc sounds, but it still sounds good considering. But I just got it because it's a good collector's item, so, and I'm a big Phil Collins fan, so there you are. Okay, now we're going to go to a 12-inch single from Simple Minds for the song I Travel. Early years of the band, and this is a really good 12-inch single, because it has, of course, the studio version of the song I Travel, which is a great song from them, but it has 2 live recordings on side 2. 30 frames a second live version and I Travel live version, so which makes this an awesome 12-inch single for the rare live tracks. And so I was really happy to find this in the record store, and for a couple bucks I said, hey, I'll take that. Lately I've been listening to a lot of the earlier YouTube albums. They are so good. They are so good. I mean, unfortunately here in America, you mention Simple Minds and people could only think of the song from the Breakfast Club, Don't You Forget About Me, thinking that's the only song they ever wrote. And really, to be honest, though it's what made them popular here in America, they got way better songs than that one. Not that song is bad, but they have better songs in their earlier years. So, and the last couple of Simple Minds albums sounded great too. But it's really cool to have this single. I've never seen it before. I Travel on a 12-inch single. It's a great song, and I'm so glad to have this. It's a rare item. At least it looks like it to me. All right, we're nearly done here. Wasn't that quick? A couple of 7-inch records. This one I really, really like. It's from Van Halen. Van Halen Live is what's called. Supposedly it has a live version of Dreams and the live version of the song Right Now. And this was a 7-inch single to promote their live album with Sammy Hagar, which was live right here, right now. In fact, I got it on CD. This live album right here. And I really wish they would press this on vinyl, because this actually is a pretty good live album. It has Eddie's guitar solo, a drum solo, a bass solo, and some great Van Hagar tracks live. They redo the song from The Who, Won't Get Fooled Again, on here. It's a really good live album. I wish they would release that on vinyl. But so this is a 7-inch single to promote that live record. Now, it's on side 1 it says live version of Dreams. Hopefully that can be read. It's not the live version. I wish it was. That would be great to have that on vinyl. It is the studio version of Dreams from the album 5150. But before the song starts, you can hear a crowd cheering, a concert crowd cheering real loud. And then it poorly transitions to the studio version of Dreams. On side 2 is the live version of Right Now, which is taken from the live album I showed. That is the live version of Right Now. It sounds great on here. I wish it was the live version of Dreams. That would make this an awesome 7-inch single to have in my collection. But the disappointment aside, this is actually a pretty cool little 7-inch record. And one I've never seen before, so I didn't even know existed. So I'm really happy to have this. I'm a big Van Halen fan. My brother and my nephew recently went to the Guns N' Roses concert that was in San Jose. recently and saw Wolfgang Van Halen open the show, and they said he sounded so good live. My brother said he wasn't too impressed with his studio tracks. He thought they were okay, but not like mind-blowing. But he says, oh yeah, they sound a lot better live. Those songs sound so much better live. He was really impressed with Wolfgang. He said, Wolfgang sounds great. I just wish he had more hits. But he does sound good live. And so it's cool that he's keeping the Van Halen name going, even though his music doesn't sound anything like Van Halen. It's just good to see the young kid doing well. So, really cool 7-inch from Van Halen there. And the last one is a picture disc from Toto, and for the song Hold the Line. And on the B-side we have Take It Back as the B-side. So, pretty cool. There's a band photo on the back of it. I have this in a 10-inch single, and it has that design as the pictures on a 10-inch disc. There's the back of it. Yeah, so I do have this as a 10-inch single, and it has, of course, Hold the Line on the first side, and the B-side is the song from their 40th anniversary album. And now I can't seem to remember what the name of that song is. I'm drawing a blank right now, and it has, of course, the artwork from the 40th anniversary album. I'm sorry, I just can't remember the name of that song, but it was cool to find this on a 7-inch single. Different B-side song, of course. Older song, like I said. Taking It Back. Taking It Back is the B-side single song. But really cool. I love Toto. So anything rare vinyl-wise I can find from them is always a great find. Been listening to a lot of them in recent weeks, and digging into the old albums and really enjoying what I'm hearing, and going on YouTube and looking at the new lineup of Toto performing live tracks from the album they just put out. This is a cool little 7-inch record. Dig it so much. And that's it. That's my vinyl quickie. Well, not as much of a quickie as far as length of the video, but those are my records that I'm showing for this video here. Please leave me some comments. Let me know how you've been. Let me know what you think of these albums. And we'll communicate with each other. Why not? Alright, that's going to do it. See you folks in the next video.